Thank you. So I spent about 4 years, 1990, 1994, traveling down, making dozens of trips down into the Deep South to study the blues from some of the old-time masters. And one of the guys I studied from was a man named James Son Thomas. A friend of mine told me that he was still alive, living in Leland. Didn't have an address or phone numbers, but I had to go down there and find him. So I drove down there, and the very first person I met on the street, I asked him, looking for a guy named James Son Thomas, about 70 years old, plays guitar. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, James. Yeah, he hangs out at the Chicken Shack in the middle of town." So, okay. And I drive to the middle of town. It's not a big town, Leland isn't. Probably fit in this room. But it's a big circular grass field. And there was all these rusted cans and things like that. And across the street, there was these boarded up stores. But there was a Kentucky Fried Chicken right here. I don't know what an old blues man's going to be doing hanging out in a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I went in there, and there was all white people. Mom, Dad, buddy and sis, grandma, grandpa, and I'm thinking, old blues man is not going to be hanging out here. So I went over to the manager. I said, "Excuse me, sir, I'm looking for a guy named James Son Thomas. He's about 70 years old, plays guitar." "Oh, no, I don't know who that would be." "Wait a minute. Hey, Emma! Emma, come on out here for a second." And this girl comes out. She had to be about 17. "Emma, what's your boyfriend's name?" "James." And I said, No. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, ma'am, but he's about 70, plays guitar." "That's my boyfriend." I said, "Well, where is he?" "Well, he's at the Chicken Shack." I said, "Where?" "Well, across the street." And she points to those boarded up stores. So I thank you very much, and I walk across the weeded field and the tin cans and everything. And as I'm getting closer, I notice one of them, even though it has boards up on the window, the door is open, and you could smell the bacon, right, coming in. I said, "This has got to be it." And I open up the door. Now, the room is now cement, mix and match patio furniture. There's old tin ceiling, and all these black farmers. And I'm looking, I didn't see him. I walk over to the cook who had that stained apron. I said, "I'm looking for a James Son Thomas." He goes, "Oh, yeah, James hangs out here, but he's home." I said, "Could you tell me how to get there?" He says, "Yeah, just go outside, see the water tower, Leland, go there, make a right. Keep going halfway down, you're going to see a Cadillac, white Cadillac, pulled up in front." He drives a Cadillac, he does. Oh, no, that thing hasn't run in 38 years. But you go there, and you knock on his door. He's very friendly. So I go there, and I see the old Cadillac, and I get up to the front porch door, and I knock on the door and don't hear anything. So I open up the porch door, and I walk onto the porch and then to the main door, and I knock on that door, see, and I hear, and it's getting close, and then I hear on the door on the inside. I'm like, "What the hell?" And I hear, "Who's that?" I said, "Mr. Thomas," on the inside of the door. "You don't know me. I'm from New York. I want to take a guitar lesson." "Yeah, hold on here." And the door opens, and this white dog, about 17 feet, 17 inches, comes out, knocks me over, and then starts going. James stands over me and says, "That's my dog, Snowball. He doesn't usually take to white folks." You can't make this up. So we go back there, see, and James takes out his guitar, and I take out mine, and James says, "I'm going to show you a tune called 61 Highway." I said, "Great." He says, "Okay, this is your E chord." I said, "I got it." He says, "Now you go to this one." I said, "Which one is that?" And he says, "I don't know." "Then you go to this one. And that back here. Then go back to E chord. Do this." I said, "Okay." He says, "Then you go to your A flat." I said, "A flat." Now, I know we got guitar players here, right? What chord is this? What's that? A. You're absolutely correct. What's your name? Chris. He's absolutely correct again. Give him a hand. That's 2 in a row. He didn't even need a lifeline. It's an A chord. I'm like, James, isn't that an A? And he says, no, that's an A flat. And I said, well, why is he calling? Because your finger's flat. You can't make this up. He says, you go. I said, all right, I got that. Then you go back to your E chord, right? E chord. Then you go to this one. I said, all right, then you go here. I said, got it. And then you do. I said, I got that. All right, and I did that. Then he says, then I'm going to show you my secret note, the secret lick. I said, okay. He says, I'll wink when it comes. I said, fine. And he went. Yeah, 61 highway. Run right by my baby's door. Yeah, 61 highway. Run right by my baby's door. Well, you know it run up from Chicago down to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, you can run, you can leave me any way you want to do. Yeah, you can run, you can leave me any way you want to do. Yeah, I'd rather you leave me than to live a life of misery. That was it. So he says, you got it? And I said, I think I do, sir. And he says, all right, let me hear it. And I said, okay, gotta wait until it comes around. And I even winked back at him, is what I did. Then he went like this. He went, 61 highway. Run right by my baby's door. Yeah, 61 highway. Run right by my baby's door. You know it run up from Chicago down to the Gulf of Mexico. Thank you, Carmen.